Well, you have had a number of different leadership positions. What would you say is your philosophy of leadership that you've maybe has carried you through these different positions?
Well, it's a few things. I think one is certainly in terms of the kinds of leadership positions I've had is recognizing that they are temporary. They're not lifetime appointments. And so it's a chance to do something. And because of being in that leadership position, make things happen that other people can't. And so that's always been a driving force for me, and something I try to convey in other people is, recognize that it's a privilege to be in a leadership position, but there's also an obligation to make something happen and to do things with it. And so, you know, I've always taken that view myself, and I tell others to think of things that way, that, this is a fleeting opportunity. What do you want to leave this role having done? And, what kind of mark do you want to leave? And because that's not an opportunity everybody gets over time. And so I think it's that setting a clear vision then once you know what you want to do. And then very importantly, and this was a lesson I learned early on in different ways, but engaging the team, the full workforce in that vision and helping them understand why it matters, that it's not just some crazy idea that, I have, but it's actually is good for the community, good for the agency, good for all sorts of reasons, and work with them to help them find their piece in the puzzle, how they can contribute to it. And I've always found that if you set a clear direction, if you engage people, they respond, and they come up with ideas that I never would have come up with. But that's the point, right? You want to plant some seeds and then let them sprout. Part of what I've learned about leadership, I think, came out of I growing up and through college, and even after, as I participated in a lot of team sports. And one of the things about team sports is you learn you have to work together, that people have different roles, um, but you're all working toward the same outcome, right? And you don't try to make everybody do the same thing. A pitcher has a very different role than a catcher, than an outfielder, but yet they're all still trying to do the same thing. And so I think, again, when we talk about vision, it's again not some lofty abstract concept. It's about what we're trying to achieve. And I think if you find ways to then connect with people and help them understand how they can, well, two things. One, how they can help contribute to it, but also how it might help them in terms of doing their jobs better.